is when you were in Togo.
That was when.
That was in Togo, yes. Yeah. That was in the fetish market in Togo. I love just culturally immersing myself in places I go to. It's not just a drive. It's really seeing the place and exploring it, trying the local cuisine, and really showcasing the place I go to. Because travel is more than just, you know, being on the roads. It's to really have a better understanding of the place you're at. I had a good time. Like, this trip was amazing. This was in Mojo, and it was just a beautiful place. Yeah, exactly. This is what tourism is about. It's about pushing tourism. And I'm so delighted to be able to do that here in Lagos, Nigeria.
There's so many people that will not put their legs out there.
Oh yeah, honestly, everyone's like, careful, it's deep. I'm like,
but it's
life is about, it's
now.
So tell us about that accident.
So that happened in Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire.
Where we lost the finals.
Well, exactly. I feel like you should have just avoided the place.
That's the accident on
Sadly, yes. It was an impact on a truck. So it started from the border. So this is not a one-off occasion in terms of, or an isolated occasion. It's a bigger picture, which I definitely want to like expand on a bit more. So I crossed the border in Ivory Coast at 10 a.m. I wasn't allowed to actually leave the border post till 7 p.m. Just back and forth, bribery, wanting me to pay for documentation I did not need or need to pay for. 10 to 7. And this is not the first time I've been delayed for such a prolonged amount. We know Liberia, I was there for 2 nights. You know, just back and forth on documentations, and just like, traveling within Africa in terms of the freedom that we say we have is not necessarily there. So that needs to be worked on. So yeah, and I looked around, I didn't feel safe. I haven't researched this particular area because I had plans. I'll cross the border and I'll drive to a certain place. I've researched. Remember, I'm doing this solo, so I couldn't just be spontaneous in things like my safety. So I was like, okay, let me just drive to where I was going to. It was a fairly easy drive, you know, but it was dark. And there was a parked truck with no one inside, no hazard in one. Exactly. Normally, even if they don't have the red triangle, they put like leaves or something just to warn you that there's a stagnant truck. And no reflectors, nothing. And it was pitch black. So it happened so quickly. Like, I was driving one moment and suddenly I impacted it. So that was the crash that happened. Whoa. And yeah, so the car kind of like was going and then turned. When the impact happened, the on kept on going. So the whole neighborhood or the community woke up. They came with flashlights. They tried to open the passenger seat and my seat and the driver's seat, and it was stuck. So I literally had to crawl. So thank God I was not hurt. I was bruised, but not like broken bones or anything like that. I was in the hospital for 2 days, and they wanted me to press charges on the truck driver, and I was like, he was at the wrong, but this is a ripple effect of the border. I shouldn't have been on the road at that time anyways. So that's why, you know, these people just, we're just delaying that to get money, but they're actually costing life. And this is not the first, this is not the second time it happened on my travels. So I think definitely policy change in terms of who is regulating these borders, what are they doing, how are we keeping them in check, are they just free liberating to make up laws, you know, when it's not. I had this took a year of planning. I had all the right documentation. It was just a case of, we could intimidate her, she's a woman, you know, all of that stuff.